U.S. encourages Ukraine to be open to talks with Russia. COP27 kicks off with deal to discuss climate compensation. Twitter to start charging $8 for blue checkmark. Emmanuel Macron is set to visit Beijing around the time of G20. Mount Kilimanjaro may be glacier-free by 2050. Putin looks stiff and awkward laying flowers for national holiday. Half of UK parents likely to spend less on Christmas presents. US Powerball jackpot climbs to record-breaking $1.9 billion. Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It's Monday, November 7th, and here are your top stories. The Washington Post reported that the U.S. is privately encouraging Ukraine to signal an openness to negotiate with Russia. The newspaper cited unnamed sources as saying the request by American officials was not aimed at pushing Ukraine to the negotiating table, but a calculated attempt to ensure Kyiv maintains the support of other nations. A U.S. State Department spokesperson noted remarks by Zelensky last Friday in which he said, "We are ready for peace, for a fair and just peace, the formula of which we have voiced it many times." Ukraine voiced many times that there is no point in dialogue or negotiations until Russia ends the war and withdraws its troops from all areas within Ukraine's internationally recognized territorial boundaries. Zelensky said to the G7 leaders last month, there can be no dialogue with this leader of Russia, who has no future. He himself rejected the dialogue. Zelensky signed a decree on October 4th, formally declaring the prospect of any Ukrainian talks with Putin impossible, but leaving the door open to talks with Russia. The UN Climate Summit in Egypt kicked off Sunday with an agreement to discuss compensating poor nations for mounting damage linked to global warming, placing the topic on the agenda for the first time. COP27 President Sameh Shoukry told the opening plenary the inclusion of this agenda reflects a sense of solidarity for the victims of climate disasters. He said the decision created an institutionally stable space for discussion of funding for loss and damage. He noted a conclusive decision no later than 2024. For more than a decade, wealthy nations have rejected official discussions on what is referred to as loss and damage. The pressure to address the issue has been increasing as weather calamities mount, including this year's floods in Pakistan that caused economic losses of more than $30 billion and left hundreds of thousands homeless. The International Center for Climate Change and Development said it was good news that loss and damage was officially on the agenda. Now the real work begins to make finance a reality. In Elon Musk's first major revision of the social media platform, Twitter last Saturday updated its app in Apple's App Store to begin charging $8 for sought-after blue check verification marks. Twitter said in an update to Apple iOS devices that those who sign up now for $7.99 a month can receive the blue check mark next to their usernames, just like the celebrities, companies, and politicians are already follow. Previously, the blue check meant Twitter confirmed the account belonged to the person or company claiming it. According to the iOS notification, all the benefits in the update include half the ads, the ability to post longer videos to Twitter, and priority ranking for quality content. Twitter's update said that the new service with verification will be available in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. Musk said in a tweet last Saturday, "As soon as we confirm it's working well in the initial set of countries, and we have the translation work done, it will roll out worldwide." China's state buying agency, the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation, or CASC, said it has signed a bulk agreement last Friday for 140 Airbus aircraft, including 132 A320 family jets and 8 A350 wide-body aircraft during Shou's one-day visit. However, the timing triggers speculation, as an Airbus spokesperson said it covered deals already on its books, including part of a 292-jet deal in July. And an industry source familiar with the matter said the A350 deal went back to 2019. Reuters cited industry sources as saying the remaining orders of the 292 deal amounted to a carrot to receive the same fanfare during any future trip to China by French President Emmanuel Macron. Sources said a visit by Macron to Beijing around the time of the G20 in Bali in November has been under consideration. Sources said Macron had suggested to Shou they go to Beijing together to send a signal of EU's unity to Xi and counter what they see as Chinese attempts to play one country against another, but Shou's decline.
struck 它是 strike 这动词的过去式， strike a deal 就是签。
学习，享受一个人的美好时光。FUNDAY 英语。
Scientists use satellite data to identify 18,600 endangered glaciers across 50 worldwide landmarks, which have legal protection. They found glaciers in one-third of UN World Heritage Sites are set to melt by 2050, including Africa's highest mountain Kilimanjaro's glaciers. Some of the Alps and Yosemite National Park in the U.S., scientists said the UNESCO and IUCN report as a call to action. Only a rapid reduction in our CO2 emission levels can save glaciers and the exceptional biodiversity that depends on them.
Mount Kilimanjaro is one of the largest mountains in the world, an extraordinary location.
Scientists said the loss of glaciers will have consequences for people in real time, with half of humanity depending on them for water. These people will be short on drinking water and struggle to maintain their agricultural and power systems. International Union for Conservation of Nature Director General Andre Azoulay said when glaciers melt rapidly, millions of people face water scarcity and the increased risk of natural disasters such as flooding. And millions more may be displaced by the resulting rise in sea levels.
Western media found again health fears continue for stiff Vladimir Putin as he awkwardly stepped out of a bulletproof limousine on Moscow's Red Square last Friday. The 70-year-old Russian dictator seemed extremely uncomfortable as he appeared to struggle to bend down to lay flowers as part of Russia's National Unity Day. Metro reported that it was his first public appearance since leaked documents from intelligence sources close to Putin claim he is suffering from both Parkinson's disease and pancreatic cancer.
The leaked documents also said that Mr. Putin is regularly stuffed full of heavy steroids and innovative pain-killing injections, which give his face a puffy look. He is also said to be suffering from memory lapses because of the drugs and is in a lot of pain. The media said that other unconfirmed reports suggest he is followed around by a team of doctors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, who are ready to come to the rescue in case he ever suddenly collapses. However, these claims have been denied by the Kremlin.
As food and drink prices continue to skyrocket in the UK, a survey for the children's charity Barnardo's found that 47% of families surveyed this month will cut back on presents for their children, and 55% of parents and guardians of kids aged 18 or under will be reducing their Christmas spending. YouGov polled 1,053 parents who celebrate Christmas, with 953 people asked about their present buying. 4 in 10 parents and guardians are also planning to trim down how much they spend on Christmas festivities.
We're getting a lot of complaints because every time we order stock, we have to put the prices up, unfortunately, and everybody's feeling it, yeah.
According to the Bank of England, people spend on average £3,240 during the holidays, but YouGov found just 18% of British parents and guardians said they have no plans to reduce their Christmas spending amid the current cost of living crisis. The media has said that Christmas was expensive even before inflation had stubbornly burrowed into Britain. Consumer prices rose 10.1% in September from a year earlier, signaling that inflation is not going away anytime soon.
U.S. lottery officials announced an already record-breaking Powerball jackpot grew to a whopping $1.9 billion after no one secured a winning ticket in last Saturday night's drawing. Powerball said the estimated $1.6 billion that was up for grabs last Saturday had been the largest lotto prize ever offered. The next chance for ticket buyers to clinch the jackpot, a whopping $1.9 billion, will be Monday's draw, although they would have to overcome the steep odds of 1 in 292.2 million to secure a win.
Big winners last night in the Powerball drawing, which means tomorrow night you still have a shot at winning the largest lottery jackpot in the world.
According to Powerball, no one has won the jackpot since August 3rd when a lucky ticket holder from Pennsylvania took home over $200 million. The prize money has since mushroomed, generating lots of business at gas stations and newsstands around the United States, where Americans buy Powerball tickets for $2 a pop. Winners may decide to receive their money as an annuity, paid in 30 graduated payments over 29 years, or a lump sum cash payment. Both types of winnings are subject to federal and local taxes.
FUNDAY News will help you sharpen your English skills and keep you informed about international current events. If you want to know more about our other programs and keep learning about the world's most important topics in English, please click the link in the description below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.